detaching from the things going on, creating some distance, and on the opposite end of that, being very consumed and overwhelmed by everything that's happening. And I think it's been affecting a lot of things for me. One of those things is my sleep. My sleep hasn't been the greatest. That just sort of has a domino effect on everything else. How I feel when I get up in the morning, throughout the day, what my routine looks like, what my eating habits look like, what I have the energy to do, how much energy I have to really take care of myself and do the things that I'm supposed to be doing. That's something I've been really mindful of lately. I realized that sleep is something that I want to prioritize. I did okay yesterday. Yesterday I went to bed at 11:30 p.m. My ideal bedtime is like 10:30. But that was improvement from the night before when I probably went to bed at like 2 a.m. Scrolling and particularly searching for answers, news, updates, what's happening in the world, and how afraid do I need to be. There's also a level of acceptance. At some point, we can't avoid that shit's crazy. I think that when I avoid it and then it's right in front of me, it feels so overwhelming. Too overwhelming to remove myself from it. At least that's how I feel sometimes on those nights where I tend to be spiraling and staying up late, either watching the news or even just thinking about everything. That acceptance piece helps to find balance. I can acknowledge and be present with what's going on, and I also don't have to let it consume all of me at the same time. Journaling is something that's been really helpful, being able to reflect, but I think the main thing that's going to support me is getting enough rest so that I can then access other things that are going to allow me to take better care of myself. This upcoming weekend, I have friends visiting, and I'm so excited to spend time with them and to explore the city with them. But I also know that having people visit changes my routines and how I'm spending my time. And so I'm imagining that rest can still be an intention that I set for myself this weekend, but it may just look a little bit different. I need to clean and do laundry and wash my hair. My nails have kind of grown to the point where I need a fill-in, and I think I've been trying to decide if I want to remove them or get a fill-in. I have a little bit of work left to do today. And then after that, I have to get prepared to host my friends who are coming tomorrow morning. So we're gonna be out exploring the city, doing things, but that's also a form of rest. Spending quality time with friends, with people you care about. Yeah, you're active and you're doing things, but it's also a type of restfulness that we all need. And so I'm planning to soak up rest in whatever ways that I can. That is my intention.
I like this one better.
I low-key feel like I might have spent too much money on these nails. I'm not someone that gets my nails done regularly. I haven't since before COVID. Once everything shut down, I just kind of stopped really going to the nail salon unless it was a special occasion. When I got this set originally, it was my birthday. I decided to get a fill-in and keep the set. I got them a little bit shorter this time, and a part of me wishes I would have gotten something a little bit more colorful, something more summertimery, but anyone that knows me knows that I love neutral earth tones, and so I just couldn't resist. But yeah, there is a little bit of like question of, should I be spending my money on this, especially right now with everything going on. Unnecessary spending is something that I want to be mindful of and cut down on. Getting my nails done also sparks some joy for me, and it's a place where I can be fun, be creative, and kind of take care of myself. And since that's something that I'm working on, getting my nails done is something that I want to be a part of this season that I'm in. We all have to invest in things that bring us joy. Maybe at some point I'll go back to doing my nails on my own, having my natural nails, but for now, this feels good for me. It feels good. One of the best feelings is when you finally finish washing your hair and putting the protective style in, and you can just kind of like rest. I avoid wash day so much, and I'm always so reluctant to do it, but the feeling at the end that I get is like, why didn't I do this sooner? Anyway, loving the feeling of freshly washed hair. friends left from visiting this weekend. It was such a beautiful weekend. And looking back on it, there's so many ways that we were able to engage in different forms of rest and different forms of collective rest, which was really nice. It's so interesting that when you set an intention, the universe conspires to help bring that into your reality. I didn't say to my friends, hey, I want to engage in rest this weekend, but we were still able to have meaningful moments of rest. The 4 agreements: be impeccable with your words. Our words are an agreement. When you set an intention, when you name something out loud, you're making an agreement with yourself for how you want to show up and move through the world. And you're making an agreement with the world around you for what you want to receive. I just want to share 3 messages that I received after I set this intention for rest. 2 of these messages came to me via Instagram. If you have not created a social media feed that aligns with your intentions, your values, I highly recommend you to do so, because there's so many ways we can utilize social media for our benefit. The first message says, learn to let go of what does not ask to be held. This was from Zara. She is on Instagram at Zara Poetry. The second says, it's okay for your priorities to look different right now. These are not normal times. And that one is from Layla Delia. She is the author of the book Vibrate Higher Daily. Lastly, I received this affirmation about rest when me and my friends were at the sound bath. It says, when you feel guilt and shame for resting, view it as evidence of your brainwashing via grind culture. Be grateful for the insight and use it to transform the guilt into power. Rest guilt-free, knowing you are following a path to liberation. Rest is your right and an ancient practice. Rest, deprogram, repeat. And this is a rest practice from the Nap Ministries Rest Deck. I plan to keep these affirmations, these messages, these insights around rest and well-being in mind as I continue this practice, this season of softly unfolding and prioritizing rest and self-care.